Vice President Kamala Harris shuts down the streets in D.C.
They want a president of the United States who's about uplifting the people.
For her rally on the White House ellipse, Caplin News is live from our D.C. bureau. Feeling the stress.
Being exposed to so many news that are not always positive leads to more sense of distress.
Caplin News is live with how to get through any anxiety caused by the election. And a happy Halloween.
This is something different that we are bringing to the community.
What was sure to be the spookiest and furriest party this past Halloween weekend. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Jason Arrow.
I'm Anna Trinidad. Today is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A Capitol conversation in front of the White House, featuring one of the two candidates hoping to live there next year. If Kamala Harris's location looks familiar to you later today, that's because she'll be exactly where former President Trump was right before the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol building.
Caplin News DC Bureau reporter Anthony Cruz is live at the White House with a preview this morning. Anthony?
Yeah, good morning, Jason and Anna. It's been a busy week here in D.C. As you can see behind the 8-foot fence that has been in construction since this weekend, the stage is already set, reading Kamala Harris's campaign slogan, Freedom. Now, the expected turnout of this event is 20,000, up from the original 8,000 from when she was going to speak at the National Mall. How are they going to hold so many people, you may ask? Well, if they don't all fit in there, they do have some overflow space in the Washington Monument. Now, as you guys did mention, this is the setting of where Donald Trump spoke before the January 6th riot. Kamala Harris is hoping to use this setting to strike a different tone of what her presidency will be compared to a second Trump presidency.
A center of the Harris campaign's messaging as it kicks off its final week before Election Day has been that Trump is, quote, unfit to serve. The vice president doubled down on the claim that Trump is a, quote, fascist made by his longest-serving chief of staff, John Kelly, to the New York Times during her CNN town hall last week, and has condemned a joke made by comedian Tony Hinchcliffe during his own closing argument in New York this Sunday.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
This sparked criticism from both sides of the aisle, with celebrities like Bad Bunny and Jennifer Lopez posting a video that Harris made earlier in the day about her plan for the island. Republicans, from a Trump advisor to local representatives, also denounced the statement. Harris, who on the same day visited a Puerto Rican restaurant in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a battleground state with about 300,000 voters from the island, used the statement to try and draw a line between her and the former president's approach towards them.
Because they understand that they want a president of the United States who's about uplifting the people and not berating, not calling America a garbage can. Which is what Donald Trump, those are the words he has used.
Yeah, so behind me you can see they're already testing the audio. The stage, as I mentioned, is already set. DC police is around the area. Now, the gates will open at 3 p.m., but Kamala Harris will not be speaking until 7:15. Reporting live from Washington, D.C., I'm Anthony Cruz.
As we inch closer to Election Day with just 1 week to go, you may be feeling a little stressed.
Caplin News reporter Nicolette Esper is live at an early voting location on FIU's campus with expert tips on how to cope.
Good morning. We're here at one of the many polling locations for Miami-Dade County, where the countdown to the election day rapidly intensifies.
The consequences of him ever being president again are brutally serious.
If Kamala gets 4 more years, she will obliterate our economy.
With messages like those feeding the notion that the 2024 presidential election is the most consequential in American history, it can be easy to feel stressed.
And being exposed to so many news that are not always positive or happy or encouraging leads to more sense of distress.
There are ways to manage the anxiety, and mental health experts suggest limiting the exposure to stressful content like doom scrolling on social media, and do things that are good for your mind, body, and spirit.
Care routines that we all have or should have that include physical activation, engaging in activities that are pleasurable, making sure that the discussions that we have with friends or family members are not necessarily around the topics that are currently stressful.
And if you find yourself frustrated by a friend, family member, or coworker with different political views, UCLA's Dr. Emmanuel Maidenberg says it's important to remember people are more than just their political views.
Recognizing that opinions, including political opinions, are based in our personal life experiences. Thinking about it that way allows for some compassion to understand that the other person may have different view or different interpretation of some of the things that happen.
Every vote is critical for Miami-Dade, and we are looking forward to seeing the outcome of this election. Make sure to go to miamidade.gov to see the polling locations for all of Miami-Dade. For now, we're live in Miami-Dade. For Caplin News, I'm Nicolette Esper.
Today, for the first time in 4 months, Steve Bannon is out of prison. The former Trump aide was released early this morning after serving his full 128-day sentence for contempt of Congress related to the January 6th investigation. Bannon still faces criminal charges in New York after allegedly defrauding donors in a border wall fundraising scheme.
Flight passengers can rest easy knowing that U.S. airlines are now required to give refunds. The new rule went into effect yesterday under the condition that the flight is significantly delayed or canceled. It comes just a few weeks before the holiday travel season, and while the airline industry wasn't initially on board, a group of lobbyists fully support the refund rule. So say goodbye to the $20 vouchers and get your money back.
It's been a long time coming and prayers have been answered. The ice cream machines at McDonald's are finally fixed. It came down to court rulings as the company that manufactured the machines who had exclusive rights to repair them, but not anymore. A copyright exemption has gone into full effect, giving restaurants the right to repair these machines.
Americans head into the holiday season with big spending plans, and with those plans come anxiety about debt and emergency spending. Caplin News reporter Sara Mercedes takes a look at the numbers and how households can position themselves to enjoy the holidays.
Retailers forecast a big holiday spending season, but consumers have some financial stresses. The holiday shopping season is well underway, and Americans are starting to feel the squeeze. Bankrate's recent research shows that consumers are feeling stressed about credit card debt and savings, especially with inflation keeping prices high. Bankrate Chief Financial Analyst Greg McBride says their latest research points to many Americans falling short on emergency savings, mostly blaming inflation.
Americans that haven't increased their emergency savings this year point to that as a culprit. Close behind, too many expenses.
A September survey by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York also found Americans haven't been this worried about missing a minimum credit card or debt payment since April 2020, early in the COVID-19 pandemic. McBride says it's important to aim for balance during the end-of-year holiday stretch.
The goal is you want to come out of this without having to raid your savings and without adding to your credit card debt.
Cassandra Rupp, a senior wealth advisor for Vanguard, says consumers can start by cutting smaller, everyday expenses for this season, like morning coffee or lunches out.
What are your priorities? How can you create flexibility in your ability to spend while still ensuring that you have the proper amount going into savings and that you're not compromising your future financial success?
And any extra income or bonus should be money in the bank.
A lot of time you start to think about how you could spend that money ahead of actually receiving it. It's hard psychologically to put that off and put it into savings, but really it should be out of sight, out of mind.
I'm Sara Mercedes reporting for Caplin News.
The Heat and the Panthers go for a win on the same night.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Something different that we are bringing to the community.
Putting the howl back in Halloween. A look back at a holiday celebration here in South Florida that really went to the dogs. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Pups on parade for a holiday-themed contest here in South Florida. With Halloween approaching, even our furry friends are getting in on the fun.
Caplin News reporter Paola Cirinano was there to witness the festivities and adorable moments.
I'm here at the annual Halloween event, where kids and their four-legged friends are strutting their stuff in spooky, silly, and spectacular costumes. Today's event is all about fun, creativity, and some friendly competition.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
The Halloween celebration at the Puppy Mansion has kicked off in style, bringing together children, pets, and parents for a fun-filled day of costumes, food, games, and some community bonding.
This is something different that we are bringing to the community, that we want to do it out of our hearts and out of our passion, to have fun and see the kids and the families come together.
From tiny superheroes to barking pirates, the costumes on display were as creative as they were adorable. Participants say the event is more than just a contest. It's about making memories with friends, family, and furry companions.
This is so sweet!
And it's hard not to fall in love with these adorable pups. Trust me, I tried.
Hi. Hi. Hey, baby. Can I say a few words? Awesome.
For some participants, though, today was about more than just costumes. It was about coming back to where their journey with their pet began. Well, we actually came here for the grand opening. I think it was like several months ago, and we fell in love with Flynn. And ever since we got Flynn, we come here to groom him. And the owners are like family. We text each other very often, and when they invited me, I said, yes, of course. From wagging tails to photo-worthy moments, Halloween was full of laughter and excitement. Pets and their owners made the most out of every moment, whether they were in the spotlight or simply enjoying the festive atmosphere.
Whether they won a prize or just had a blast, every pet and kid left with treats and smiles today. Halloween isn't just about costumes, it's about bringing people and pets together to celebrate community and creativity. Now, if you'll excuse me, the puppies are calling. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Paola Cirinano.
It was D-Win night for the Miami Heat yesterday, and what better way to celebrate than with a win against the Detroit Pistons. Following the unveiling of Wade's statue, the Heat continued honoring him at last night's game with a halftime ceremony. It was also a great night for Jimmy Butler with 23 points and Terry Rozier with an added 20. The final score was Detroit 98, Heat 106. Miami will move on to host the New York Knicks tomorrow at 7:30 p.m.
The Panthers will complete the sweep in New York after getting a win against the Buffalo Sabres last night. Alexander Barkov gets back on track with a goal and assist after missing 8 games due to injury. Sergei Bobrovsky also had a good night with 26 saves to stop Buffalo's offense. The final score was Panthers 5, Buffalo 2. The Panthers will now head to Tampere, Finland for 2 games against the Dallas Stars on Friday and Saturday. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter! Your
Sovereignty matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Anna Trinidad.
I'm Jason Harrell. Get more news anytime on caplinnews.fau.edu.